Hi, my name is Rodin. I'm a postdoctoral researcher in the University of Catania, and in this video I present my work on action scene graphs for long-form understanding of egocentric videos. My co-authors are Antonino Furneri and Giovanni Maria Farinella from University of Catania, and Kyle Min and Subarna Tripathi from Intel Research. In this work, we introduce egocentric action scene graphs, which act as a new representation for long-form understanding of egocentric videos. These graphs provide a temporally evolving, graph-based description of camera wearers' actions, interacted objects, relationships between them, and how the activities unfold in time. Our first contribution is the dataset. We extend the Ego4D dataset with manually labeled egocentric action scene graphs. In total, our dataset consists of more than 500 video sequences of average duration around 200 seconds. In average, one sequence has 23 graphs per video, and the total duration of the dataset is more than 22 hours. We collect our dataset with a novel annotation procedure. First, we initialize graphs with a verb-noun pair taken from Ego4D dataset. Then, during the second stage, we correct verbs and nouns if it's necessary. Then we add indirect objects and relations. So these are the objects which are not directly manipulated by camera wearer, but which are involved in this scene. And then we ground all the objects on 3 frames. So we provide the human annotated bounding boxes for all the objects necessary for the performed activity. Then, on the third stage, we perform a validation. Here we aggregate the annotations from different annotators and remove contradicting edges and nodes. And then there is a final stage, which is temporal recollection. During this stage, we match the object instances temporally with the object tracker. In the end, we have a graph structure which looks like this. So we have dynamic graphs which temporally evolves and which captures the actions performed by a camera wearer and all the objects involved in the action. So this representation is much richer than the standard verb-noun representations used in the datasets such as Epic Kitchens or Ego4D, as it provides more context of the scene and as well groundings. Our second contribution is the graph generation. Basically, we establish the initial benchmark for egocentric scene graph generation. In particular, we try several approaches. So we report the result of the random guess. We report the result of the simple baseline, which consists of task-specific fully connected layers. And then we adapt the method, which is named sttrun, from the standard scene graph generation literature. And these results can be used as preliminary results for the further tasks on egocentric action scene graph generation. Finally, we compare our representation of egocentric action scene graphs with a standard verb-noun representation for describing the human activities. We perform the experiments on 2 downstream tasks named action anticipation and long-form summarization. And for these experiments, we compare the sequences of verb-noun described in the long videos with the sequences of graphs represented as a set of triplets. And what we do is we basically feed these sequences to LLM and ask to predict the next action in a verb-noun form to perform the action anticipation or to summarize the whole video described as this set of activities. And for both experiments, we see that the egocentric action scene graph representation allow to achieve better results, both for action anticipation and for long-form summarization. The data and the code are publicly available. Use these links to reach them or use the QR code to reach the project page. Thank you for your attention.